Hi, today is another day, and today I'm working on something different. It's a large canvas, a large artwork, and it's a big switch from something really small. So I'm excited for it. I have to say I work on the underpainting without showing you guys, but I thought this is a kind of a start really and not worth mentioning so much. Oh my God. All right, so without further ado, let's start some unseen forces on the large canvas and really be playful with the abstraction. And I don't have any solid plan. I have a couple of inspirations. I will show you them now. All right, let's do it. But before it starts, it's my ground Power Rangers reveal. Since it's not so often that I do that, but this is the right opportunity. Also, pro tip, maybe it's not like environmentally the most friendly thing to do, but these plates have a separation 3 things, and it allows me to keep my paint really separated. So when I use my paint brushes, I'm not mixing everything at once. I can just focus on a certain tint. So yeah, I'm just gonna play with it and let's see how it works color-wise. Okay. It's all about having fun with art. So what I'm trying to do is really feel and tune in with not being too serious about what I'm doing right now. I just want to let go. The hardest part really is to let go. To make yourself available for this unseen world to reveal itself. Partly challenge right now is to let it dry and not overdo it. If I keep overdoing it, it's just gonna become one blob. So let the colors, drip on each other, let it be, and let's see how it's gonna end up. I have a tendency, and I can see that in my painting, to be hard on it, push it hard, and then dissolve. And I do that quite often. I push and I then dissolve my actions a little bit so they don't seem so hard, overall, not too eager, not too pretentious. That's probably due to the fact that we can all self-reflect on our actions. And with my painting, I would do the same. I think I'm gonna dissolve it slightly more. Let's do it. Yeah, so what I'm really working on now is fading those colors that I didn't really want from the background and making the strokes of the light coming in and getting a more gradual consistency to it so the painting feels like from the same world. Doesn't feel like so much separated, as much more has its own fluid way of the being. So I don't want myself or the viewer distract from its movement by making the marks too intentional, too human. What helps me with that is the layers of the water. Like here you can see those layers of the water are creating a small dot pattern shapes, making it feel way more organic, way more fluid. Let's continue. Sometimes it reminds me of the glow, the mist. When I work with the brighter tone, kind of naturally read the residue of the light. Yes, I'm very happy with how it ends up. It definitely brought the aspect of magic into it. And today is the last day, and I'm gonna be signing up the piece and varnishing. I think worth mentioning that my paintings have slight magical properties, like a magical artifact that you find. It has intentionality in it. And I do sign my paintings with the small symbols that are being to decipher, and they are on my website. I'm gonna upload it, so this language can be read. Super pumped about it. So the final stage begins. Alright, so the painting is officially finished. It was a journey, you know. I would like to say that it was easy, but it wasn't. This painting definitely, in its process, taught me a lot about how to paint. You know, from day one, I didn't show you that, but it was a challenge. I actually created a bunch of the paint for underpainting, and it was a wrong color. I thought I will follow like certain idea that it might work, but it was way too green, it was way too dark, the contrast wasn't right, and I made it so much paint. And while I was painting, I added a bunch of that paint, and I kind of opted on, okay, if I have so much paint, let me just give it a texture so the canvas have a different depth to it. So I did it, and it was like a marble finish, and was very interesting to do it with a spatulas. Those are like I don't have them right now, but I see something like that. This is like a kind of a plastic spatula, and this allows me to move the paint really flat. But long story short, okay, I had to come up with a new colors, new design, and I did it, and I painted it, and I was super happy where it's going. But in other days, I was like, okay, I have this new colors, which is excellent. I started, painting, as you could see, and I couldn't figure out like, okay, I need to bring some essence of that spirit, that energy that I want to encapsulate, and just colors of the yellow didn't make it justice. So I opted on for mica powder, and that was a huge mistake. So the first mistake was that I was blowing it on the painting, right? Instead of mixing it with other solvents into the paint. So I just blow on the painting, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be magnificent. I was doing it, and it was fun, and it was interesting. And I definitely thought like, oh, I can make it. But then I turned around, and the whole room was in the gold. It's very tiny particles, so it goes to your nostrils, to your face, eyes. And lenses, guys. So the lenses, I had to move really fast. The whole day was kind of off because I had to clean them, make sure that the stuff is not going inside. And that created the whole setback for me. And that was okay because like, okay, I learned something. And yeah, let me show you. Like, it created this shiny gold effect, and which I'm really happy. But what really pulled that together in terms of the experience and the shine is actually using the gold paint. And I'm really glad that I did it, because once I start doing it, I really could bring the shine out of the matte colors. And that brought me so much joy. It was like perfect. And I didn't record that process because I was I had a feeling that I need to continue. So I did it actually in the night when I see this small little light on the side, and I could see those reflections. And when I put the paint, and it was magical. So I left it for myself. And I arrived to that ending, which is like the last day, which is making sure that the painting has a layer of coat of protection. And this process is called varnishing. Varnishing is definitely a hard one. You could see me doing it with the brush, and the challenge there to overcome is, can I varnish this protective coat over the painting, which is 3 layers, not by laying down, but on the side. And I was afraid of the bubbles that could create, and that could be a huge problem, because I could cause a drip and how that affect the painting. But I'm glad I opted. It's possible. I did that, and I had to wait for a whole day because the whole surface was still drying up. So that was a challenge too. I did the photography before it dried out, so there was a reflection on the photos. Lesson learned: don't make photos of the painting before the varnish is actually dried up and and doesn't leave the sticky surface on the painting. It's flat to touch. You can see there's no gold on my hand. Nothing sticky happening. Oh my God, I love this painting. I love it. It brought me so much joy. It was definitely a hard one, but I'm glad that I did that. I would do that in a heartbeat one more time if I have an option. So I kind of see the future now, not like, not in some metaphysical way, but actually if I would do exhibition, I know where I want to go. I want to definitely create something that is in this theme, and it captures the whole room with a surrounding energy. Let's follow that. Thanks for sticking by. Thank you for, I would like to thank to myself too, because it was a hard one. It was so many setbacks, and wow, that was fun. I'm sending you a positive energy that I had that I generated with this painting, hopefully. And yeah, see you on next one.